At this point, it's pretty much official. Every car needs to have CarPlay. So, let's do that. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my 2008 BMW 3 Series, and today we're upgrading what is probably the least well-regarded factory infotainment system ever fitted to a car, which is the first generation BMW iDrive, also known as CCC. At least I think that's the first generation. Some people consider the business nav that came before it to be the first iDrive, but to me it's CCC. And I already got started by pulling off that panel there, which is the dashboard. You can already notice a couple fun things. Looks like this thing had a bit of a rattling issue. They solved by shoving some paper behind those pins, and then one of them got left behind because that appears to be broken. Not a huge deal. Second part of this is just I hate pulling on these plastic parts. Oh, it's the worst. There we go. Uh-oh, I dropped something. Good start. Good start. What fell out? And bam, just like that, it's out because my battery died. So let's see here. That guy comes out just by prying here and here. It's very uncomfortable. I didn't love it. And this also comes out from prying here and here, which is also incredibly uncomfortable. I didn't like it. And the entire radio module comes out with just 4 number 2 Phillips head screws right here. And then on the back you have a decent selection of accoutrement. This guy, there's a little latch here. You pinch that and then rotate this big old cam lock backwards to get that one off. The rest of these are pretty straightforward. Pinch and pull on that one. Just pull on this one, which is sticking in at the top. Pinch and pull on this blue one, and then just pull on this LVDS connector, and all of this comes out, or comes off of the factory radio. So that's all pretty straightforward. What's less straightforward is what's next, which is installing this super fun box from the finest of Chinese factories. There'll be an AliExpress link to this thing in the description, but what's fun is that the instructions, although printed on very nice paper, amount to these hieroglyphs, which don't actually look like what's in the box. Like there's extra cables in the box, and there's stuff on here that's not in the box. So I'm kind of on my own. So let's look at what's actually in the box. In the box is a box. This is the actual unit. I don't know where the heck you're supposed to put this. I guess it probably goes in somewhere with the radio somewhere, but it's got some dip switches, it's got an SD card slot, antenna connector, and then around here, mic, that intercepts the screen, and then that goes to a T-harness that goes in the car, I guess. Let's continue on. Let's get deeper and deeper into the madness here. The multiverse microphone. I'll need to mount that probably on my steering column. Wi-Fi antenna for the Wi-Fi's, because wireless CarPlay is the name of the game here, and Android Auto. This is that T-harness that I mentioned. Let's actually open this up and see what all this mess is. So this plugs into the big connector on the back of the radio right here, and then this pretends to be the back of the radio and plugs into the car, and it tees off all of this. Let's see here. So this plugs into the box, and then coming off the box we have a bunch of cameras that I'm not going to use, a bunch of stuff to power the cameras that I'm not going to use, an aux input that I don't care about because the car already has aux, another mic cable, and USB cable. I don't need any of this for wireless CarPlay, so I doubt I'll hook it up. That's really all that I care about. Okay. Easy enough. Big ol' Velcro sticky pad. Neat. LVDS out and LVDS in. Okay, and those all have grounds on them for some reason. Oh, so I think I will need to remove the screen. Wait, will I? My head hurts. I'm going to mess with this. One thing I do know is that, so the T-harness plugs into this guy, but we have to move these fiber optic cables from here. Oh my goodness. Okay. These fiber optic cables need to be pulled out and put into the T-harness side that will go into that. So that the fiber optic still works. Clearly. There's a little tab. You push the little tab. The difficult part is pushing the little tab. I had it backwards. The tab looks like you push it that way, you actually pull it this way, and then you are given this guy, which goes into the T-harness. Which side? Good question. This side. Just like that. There we go. Okay. So I'll put that back in there. That is ready to plug in. That can plug in the back of the radio. Now I just need to figure out all the rest of this mess. That goes in the box, of course. Function test successful. It works, sort of, more or less. All the functionality seems to work. It's not able to use the built-in microphone on these old CCC systems, so I'm going to have to place this ugly bastard somewhere. And something I didn't realize, it's not actually able to inject audio. It just pipes it out through an aux cable that then has to plug into the... Oh, that is disgusting. To my very filthy aux input, so I'm going to have to run that, I don't know, through here somehow? That's more the interior than I thought I was going to take apart today. It's all... I mean, the diagrams are just straight up wrong. Let's see here. LDVS out goes to the connector, goes out. It goes to the display right there. LDVS in plugs into the back of the radio. It doesn't look like it's made to fit there, but it is. It's this one kind of below the fan that you can't really see because, well, all the other cables are so short. One thing that's a little unfortunate, I didn't realize that it used the aux because these kind of have notoriously bad aux connections. Like something about the analog to analog converters is just really bad. Like if you just use the digital to analog converter by playing like a CD through here, it's actually quite good. Other thing I didn't realize is just how bad it is to use CarPlay with a stinking twisty knob. Like I would like to go to, my phone calls. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I would like to go back to the main menu, please. Okay, there. Now it's not showing where I live. Okay, home. There we go. And then we're back in the interface. Of course, I already paired my phone. Clearly, it's just as simple as pairing Bluetooth, and then it asks you. Speaking of, what's the Bluetooth interface? Oh, CarPlay Link Bluetooth is disable. There are some settings here, though. Kind of neat. Let's see here. General. What have we got? Volume. So I did read that you want your volume to be sort of low on these cars. The crappy aux kind of likes that. Reverse camera, factory. Okay. Oh my gosh, this iDrive knob is going to drive me absolutely insane. Radar on. Okay, how do I get back over there? There we go. Radar. Nope. Okay. Radar on, trajectory on, reversing mode is CAN bus activated. I don't... Oh, that's how many 360 cameras there are? There are no cameras. Let's see, front camera off, speech button. Microphone. Aftermarket, I guess? Oh no. I switched back to CarPlay somehow. Display settings, brightness, contrast, saturation, sound settings. Oh, we've got some options here. Not a whole lot. User. Yeah, just 3 bands. That's all you get. Language, not important, and then system. Okay, so not a lot there. There's not a lot to it, really. It is a head unit. It does do things. And now it's not... Oh, there we go. Oh, there's CarPlay again. Okay, we're back. And I can't ask Siri stuff. If I push the car button... What time is it?
It's 2:46 p.m.
Thank you. So that's fun. Now I need to determine what to do with all of this stuff. So I'll get back to that. The sun is actually starting to get low because I spent so much time researching this. This is where we're at now. 4 torque screws around the edge, and this funny little clip here in the bottom that was a huge pain because not only do you have to unbolt it, but then, let's see, it sits like this. And you've got to like pry these little things out while lifting it up. That lets you remove that cage there, which gives you a whole bunch more room to work with, because I think I'm going to fasten my box right in here along the side of the inside of this panel here. I'm just going to stick the Velcro on there and hope that keeps it from wiggling. As for the aux port, as the aux cable, yes, that's how you're supposed to do it. The aux cable literally just runs back to the aux port. Real stupid. I don't know why they didn't just integrate it with the most bus like everything else, but my aux cable runs. I shoved it back under the metal back there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a strip of metal there. I shoved it under there, and I was able to grab it here under the front side. I pulled up the center console, literally just pull. I pried starting right here. There's a couple clips there, so that's what I recommend so you don't break anything. And the cable just kind of sits under there. And then what I've done is I pulled this up and I ran it through into there. Pretty damn jank, but it's the best I've been able to do. So that's how the audio gets into the car. Now I can put my center console back together and go back to trying to mount the box inside the allotted area. Also, I ran the USB cable over here into my glove box. I just kind of shoved it that way until I saw it start poking out right down there, and then I ran it over. So I think I'm done in there. This boy also needs taken care of. I think it's just going to go something like that. Kind of ugly, but shouldn't be able to see it too much. I'm going to do some work, and then I'll get back with you once more. I forgot to mention my dip switches. There they are. 2, 4, and 5 are on. That seemed to work for my car. This is all setting screen size and whether or not you have a microphone and whatnot. Mic wire run up through here. All the other wires are shoved back in, and the box is safe and sound back in here. The GPS antenna is stuck up here. They said to stick it to plastic, so I stuck it to plastic. So I've got these wires pulled back up for the HVAC. I've got the 2 antenna wires, the whatever that is wire, and the main wire pulled out for the head unit. I'm actually going to fish the LVDS cable back to the box. I got it grounded onto the chassis of the box. All these other miscellaneous ground wires are all going to go to that screw right here that goes on that clip. So I think I'm to the point of putting the head unit back in. Finally. Oh, I need to actually get that clip in. Where'd it go? It's looking more like a car. Got that metal clip boy installed down there. I really hope that's visible. I got all the ground wires attached to it, except for this ground wire, which is attached to the head unit right there. I think that was a T9. And then I kind of decided on that for the microphone. It's not the best, but it'll work. So now I have this connector, which is already connected. I never was able to get this unplugged once I plugged it in. This LDVS cable is on there. So that cable, that cable, that cable, that cable. There, 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 and there. So those are the 3 that we need to plug this back in. And I have kind of gotten everything else back in as well as I can. It is a trick though. Let's see. I swear, out of the 3 hours this install has taken me so far, half that time was spent trying to cram the CCC module back in with all of the wiring behind it. The trick was to pull this cage back out and shove the wiring down into that corner, the big mass of the cube. They call it a cube, I think. Shove that back in there, and eventually it went in. It was awful and tears were shed, but it's back together. So now I have to reassemble my vehicle. And then we'll be done. Also, Tyler's here.
I just came to watch you suffer.
Yeah, it's been quite a lot of suffering, because like leaning forward constantly to work on this has absolutely wrecked my back. But the end is in sight. Let's see, this just kind of... See, I forgot to show this when I took it apart, so I have to show it now. The people need to know, Tyler.
What do they need to know, Jake?
Not a lot, really. Just, that's the clips that hold this in. Those weird little dinguses.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little guy.
How do you release those?
You pull.
Oh.
Absolutely nothing special.
When in doubt, brute force.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. This goes...
It goes down. 1.
Yeah.
Get it up and over. I think.
1.
Did the deal.
It goes up and through.
What the?
There we go. And this one goes here. I love these connectors so much.
Oh, the little, those?
Yeah, the little does.
Yeah. The lever lock. Whatever. I don't know what they call them.
Adorable.
I'm sure Amp probably makes them.
They're freaking cute, though. I love the little positive retention clip.
Jake, you're romanticizing electrical connectors again.
I've been single for a while, and this is the only thing that provides me true happiness.
It's the remix to ignition. The ignition switch, that is.
Lol. Okay, so I said I love these. I love them a little bit less because this one won't go in.
All the way up.
All the way up?
All the way up.
No, it goes...
And then push it in. And then it should... Oh, you did it now.
Yeah, maybe I should turn the car off.
You're gonna have to clear so many codes.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. No, it's all the way down. It has to be completely flat. There we go. Now it's snapping. Okay, and then that...
Some are all the way up. Like, they have to be locked in the up position in order to...
I had my tray table up and my seat back in the full upright position. I've seen Weird Al Yankovic twice now, and it still isn't enough. Yeah. No, on TV. Okay.
Imagine that kind of sheltered existence.
Listen, I'm close to that level of sheltered existence. We don't talk about it.
Just like Bruno.
I hate that song. Oh my god.
Just BMW things.
Well, just interior in general. Now, what is BMW things and what is super annoying is that there's like 0 cable here.
Oh, and then you've got to get the vents back in.
Yeah, does this module pop out? That would make this so much easier.
Not easily. And I don't think that's something you want to mess with the...
Yeah. Oh,
wow,
that is adorable.
That is a really... That's a
wow.
really complicated mechanism for a vent.
I love it.
I give it 5 years.
That's some Lexus level stuff right there.
Well, how dare you... First off, how dare you insult me by calling this Lexus level? No, like... I gotta say, that is a... kind of a miserable experience.
That?
Yeah, like plugging those back in. What the hell, BMW? It's about to be worth it.
What really sucks is when you're gonna upgrade to CCC
You mean CIC?
or CIC. Yeah, rather. You're gonna have to do this all over again, but like times 10.
Where's my pry tool? Okay. Okay, here we go. Key. Nice. It remembered my temperature. Wow, it remembered the temperature. That's actually nice. I'm kind of impressed. Middle. Oh, and that's interesting. This is electronic on this car.
Yeah.
So I wonder how it actually works.
Oh, I bet it's for these, for the dampers or whatever, because those are mechanical.
Oh, it switched. Heck yeah!
Bing bong. Spiffy.
That's actually pretty cool.
Sweet. And it works.
Is this copyright free?
So there we go. No, that is not copyright free. That's why I stopped it immediately. So there we have a fairly OEM looking. I can just keep my phone wherever. Oh! I can keep my garbage iPhone in the air-conditioned area so the stupid thing will stop overheating and it can just stay in here on the charger, out of sight, because like the latest iOS it just completely wrecked my iPhone 12. Like garbage now. I'm so annoyed. The battery life went through the crapper and anyway, sorry. So yeah, there we go. Hey Siri, close the garage door. There we go. The garage door. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. The update ruined Siri. I had to switch it to English UK for it to work at all. Nice. That is CarPlay on a CCC system. There's been a whole bunch of videos of this already. Honestly, I should have done a CIC upgrade at the same time. You get a nicer screen. Or you can get CarPlay upgrades that include a nicer screen. It's literally just 2 bolts to take this out, and then that update also has like a touch screen. It doesn't have this glass in front of it. That probably would have been better as well. So mistakes may have been made because that kind of sucked. Oh, and now I also have a USB cable for wired CarPlay and Android Auto, so that is nifty, I guess. Or I can just put digital audio on a flash drive, I suppose. At any rate,
Going back to 2005 with that one.
Right, yeah, the biggest thing here is that now I can use my next and previous song buttons, because despite curating all my playlists on Spotify, I still skipped 99% of the songs, and that was a pain in the butt through like a wired connection.
I'm actually kind of curious if the programmable keys that are normally in the iDrive
No, they don't.
can be programmed on that.
They don't seem to do anything, no. And neither does the actual voice commands. That invokes Siri. That still does the old assistant. So this, and this are the only buttons that do anything. And then the iDrive controller itself, none of the direct, like up and down do the same thing as twisting. And then none of the other buttons do anything except menu, I think, yeah, it takes you back to there. So
That's like taking the worst iDrive and making it even worse.
yes, it's still very iDrive.
Yeah.
Very, very iDrive, and by that I mean not good.
Now, but with this though, they have the aftermarket iDrive controllers. If you just update the trim panel here to a newer model, the one with the CCC, that should.
You mean CIC?
Or yeah. So
Yeah, if I
CIC, the CIC controller should.
Yeah,
in
so
theory work with
you can
that.
use this controller with CIC, because early CIC had this controller, but ideally, yeah, I'd like to start collecting parts to do a full CIC swap with all the buttons and the force feedback. The big thing is the force feedback.
Yeah, because the E65 was nice with that.
Yeah, the E65 was nice. So there we go. I've slightly modernized my coupe and made it a little bit nicer to live with. I can get rid of this thing now, which I'm happy about.
There you go.
Yay.
Yay.
Thanks for watching.